It's Week 9 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Colts' rocket-armed quarterback. He's coming off the bye week, ready to return to the field. It's the Colts and the Texans on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the... The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Back to throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak. And
that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover or takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for this sweep back here at home. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Javon Kinlaw coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Hard to believe that they could mount that long of a drive and come up with nothing on the scoreboard.
It can be disheartening, it can be frustrating, and can also cause some anger, because when that happens, that type of a drive, and you come up empty, you're really looking for someone to blame, and you start pointing fingers at each other.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes it to Fant on the right side. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Texans come into this one still undefeated despite the one tie. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. He'll drop to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Solid opening drive. Charles, they moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely, as one of the better coaches in the league always tells me. On offense, I want their body blows all game long.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. They're going to look to throw. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The kick by Lutz is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And some room to run now. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Seibert's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On second down, here's Pierce. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Looking to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Lutt's good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutt's to kick it off. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans will take over. They'll come out throwing here on first down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw again. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Texans! From 13 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Just keeping the play alive. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw now on the final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Pierce now up the middle, and his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end Fan, and he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the 1st half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good 1st step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Back to throw. The 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Just a yard on the... Up a 2nd and 9.
Ready, set.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And the ball is knocked out, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth.
And now before the ball changes hands,
play, take a review.
just to make sure.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, and it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll find Pittman. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2nd and 1. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Touchdown! A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Houston set to take over.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And here comes the Texans now.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Pierce. And he... Gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
In motion, the tight end. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, set.
First down,
Ready?
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Give to Pierce. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, nope. Running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but